I was sworn in as a governor in 2007, and I was confronted with that issue in 2008. And of course, though the proportion is not as much as was reported, but really, I was surprised and I was amazed that there were incidences of children being abused on grounds of witchcraft.
We've seen evidence ourselves of children being thrown into the streets by their parents because they believe they are witches. So what are you doing to tackle child abuse in the name of witchcraft?
The first thing I did was to sign a new bill into law, the Child Rights Protection Law. And then within that law, we embellish a provision that makes it a criminal offense for any parent or guardian to label or stigmatize a child. And then, of course, that carries sentences of up to 15 years imprisonment if that should happen. And that brought the situation immediately under control.
How many people have been prosecuted under that law?
Well, so far we have about 5 people in the court who have been more or less undergoing various stages of prosecution on grounds of that.
Nobody's been prosecuted as of yet?
No, they are being prosecuted. You know, there are processes. They are passing through due process. And they've been charged to court. They've been charged.
Nobody's being convicted at this point?
As I speak now, I haven't seen any conviction because the law just came last year in 2008. But what I can tell you is that even the government has about 3 centers that we cater for children, whether they are thrown to the street on grounds of witchcraft or on grounds of destitution. But we are catering for those children in about 3 different centers in the state. And we have ensured that with this law, nothing like that can happen again. Nobody can stigmatize a child again in the state. And outside that, we now address the main issue, which is education. Most of these things are happening because of ignorance, illiteracy, the level of education of the society. I'm sure you used to hear about the witch of Endor and all sorts of things in the UK and other countries in the world. So we now declare free and compulsory education for children in the state, in addition to free healthcare. And we have totally eliminated this situation. But the continuous publication we are getting, we believe there is pecuniary interest attached to it.
But our interviews have been conducted since the law was brought in, and still we see evidence of abuse of children on the streets of your state. It's a stain on your state. Nobody's been convicted as of yet.
No.
So it can't have been completely minimised at this point.
No.
See that through the reporting.
I can tell you, the situation is simple. If there is any evidence of a child who is being molested, it should be reported to the authorities. And of course, we ensure arrest is made.
How proactive are you in seeking out those who may be abusing children as a result of witchcraft? Let me put just a couple of facts to you. A report by the charity Stepping Stones documents child witches who were taken to the forest and slaughtered, bathed in acid, burned alive, poisoned to death with a local poison berry, buried alive, drowned or imprisoned, and tortured in churches to extract a confession. This is a source from a report by Stepping Stones to the UN in 2009.
That report is part of the media propaganda against the state. And it was done for pecuniary reasons.
Why?
They were making money.
Why would they do that?
Because they went around, when they brought out that report, they solicited funds from unsuspecting members of the public. And to date, they've made over £2 million. So that report is totally false and baseless. There is no government alive that will see children burnt alive or see children being killed without taking action. Death is a global offense all over the world. There is no such thing. That report is basically false. It is meant to elicit sentiments, to elicit sympathy from members of the public. And please, I'm still insisting, CNN must do a follow-up on this report. I welcome you to my state. You come and see things for yourself. And we are going to take necessary actions. I'm calling for international investigation into that report. It is false.
And CNN welcomes what you say today.
Yes.
I must put it back to you that our reporting last week here on CNN evidenced children on the street being abused as a result of witchcraft.
I would say that it was the same group of people that invited your reporter. And of course, the same set of children who have been used right from 2007 were the same set of children that were shown to your reporter. I'm assuring that I even went to that center myself. I made a donation of 10 million naira. The state government had earlier made a donation of over 20,000 pounds. Those things were not reported. What did they do with that money? There's the witchcraft story. It's all over the world. It's not peculiar to Akwa Ibom State. You have it in all sorts of countries, including the UK. So, and of course, you know very well in my state, I identified it, that the source is nothing but poverty.
All right.
And therefore, I had to address the issue of poverty and address the issue of literacy and declare free and compulsory education. I need to know why the same set of children are being shown all over the world with the same story for over 3 years so far, from 2008 2009, 2010, the same set of children. The same set of children. These children are being used for monetary reasons. And that's why you are the first media house, the first international media to call attention to this. And I'm assuring you that not only am I prepared to open myself to international investigation, I want to bring the situation to a close. No person, I'm a parent, I have 5 children. I will never be happy to see a child abused or a child stigmatized.
Do you believe in witchcraft?
I don't believe in witchcraft. Again, it's belief. Even here in the 16th century, the whole United Kingdom, there was prevalence of witchcraft. But with development and with increase in income, all that went.
So what do you think that your government needs to do specifically to stamp this issue out? Because whether you like it or not, it's not a minimal issue at the moment. Yes. There's a lot of it going on. You accept that?
I would not say so. I would say that, to be honest with you, Akwa Ibom is only a state in Nigeria. We're about 36 states in number. So, like I said, it's a very, very minimal situation. The situation is not as was done. It's
so if I said to you, do you think there are hundreds or thousands of children
no, not thousands
who are being
of children.
abused
No,
as
not thousands of children. Why will I sit
hundreds
as
of children?
No, why will I sit as a governor and I will not cater for them? But I'm assuring you that if we have hundreds of children who have been stigmatized and who have been abused, it is my responsibility to take care of them.